What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Like I said in the last video, today we're going to be diving into the rear subframe. I'm going to start by taking apart the one that I just got, prep it for paint, taking all the arms and everything off. Yeah, so let's get to it. Alright guys, I am going to disassemble the subframe, take off all these adjustable arms, remove the knuckle because I have a new PVM knuckles, and then strip down the whole subframe, prep it for paint it, and then reassemble it, probably clean up the nuts and bolts and stuff. Yeah, shouldn't be too bad as long as nothing's a pain. Everything is a 19, so we got our tools of choice here.
핸드폰 속에 너와 나눴던 얘기들은 아직 남아. 꿈만 속에 꿈이 아니겠지. 꿈이었어도 나 태어나지 못했어. I don't wanna wake up, just wanna back up. 우리가 함께했던 것을 해. 난 너무 슬퍼 눈을 가렸어. 아무것도 보지 못하게. 넌 아마 내가 오늘 미워던 기억 속에서 나를 쳐보겠지. 더 많은 것이 변해 우릴 갈라졌다고 난 변하지 않았어. You know what have I done to you? I want my life, but before I said that you were far away. The song can never reach you. 이 노래 듣게 된다면 이미 늦었어. The song can never reach you. 아무 일도 없던 그대로. 우리 다시 돌아갈까. 너무 많이 돌아왔나. 우리 다시 돌아갈까. 너무 많이 돌아왔나.
Decided to just go ahead and take the wire wheel and clean the whole bottom of it, mostly because that is what you're going to see if you ever are underneath the car. So I just really went ahead and really prepped this nicely. I didn't get everything. I tried to clean off all the rust and grime and build up, but mostly I did this because the underside had a lot of axle grease on it from blown axles around this area and right here, same on this side. So I was figuring if I'm gonna do it, I might as well do it all the way. So it is pretty much all the way wire wheeled down. I can scuff up the rest of this stuff. You're not gonna see this, but yeah. So this is what you'll see when it's in the car. It'll just be like that. So the top side I'm not too worried about, but the back and the bottom, I want them to be nice and prepped and look real nice. And then I'll paint the arms and everything. I have all the arms right here and here. So I'm gonna bring those to my job. I have a bench grinder there with a wire wheel on it. I'll wire wheel all of those. I'm gonna order some paint for this. I thought I might have enough, but I don't know. And I'd hate to get halfway through it and then not have enough. All right, we got the lower control arm stripped from the knuckles, some hardware, and here's my new lower PBM knuckles. We got Ryan. This is his 240SX that we're going to be doing the motor swap on right now. He's just sanding some parts, getting ready for paint. The new engine should be done end of this month, and then we'll get cracking on that. But I'm going to put these together now, roughly, and then once I get the weld-in plates on the subframe, all welded in, we'll paint that, get it back together and in the car. Oh yeah. Oh, perfect. Found a razor blade right on the floor, right where I left it 6 years ago. Can't believe I didn't even open this package.
Yeah, that's a nice package there.
Oh, mate. It's a nice little...
Good on ya.
Oh, you want one of these, dude?
Wow. Going on the bucket seat.
Let's see, let's see. Let me,
Wrap the shit out of my bucket seat, so I just put stickers on it.
Oh, yeah. Everybody does that, I believe. If not, you might be psycho.
I used to as a kid, but I've grown up like less stickers on the class.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ooh. What is in there exactly?
Those are
Is this the arms?
camber arms.
Is this the whole kit? The whole kit and caboodle?
Just the knuckles and the camber arms that you need to run.
Oh, just some knuckles. No big deal. Are these the droppies?
Oh, yeah.
And the curved toe arm for the droppies or no?
Yes. But you need their special one because it mounts different. Bro, boxes inside boxes inside boxes inside. You'll never be alone again.
Wow. There's a lot of loose hardware in there, so be careful.
Really? Where?
In this one.
Sweet.
Where that stock knuckle at?
Underneath the table. Oh, losing more hardware. All right, I got the PBM knuckle kind of set up. This is their limit break knuckle. So depending on how you set this up, it's going to affect your toe in under compression. Right now I have it almost neutral, basically set up to just give me a slight toe in when the suspension compresses. I had to look at the diagram on the website in order to do this, so I didn't film this one, but I'll leave this one here while I do this one and film this. Okay guys, after doing the PBM knuckles, I can't really make much more progress on those until they're in the car. So I started working on the lower control arms that I'm going to be running. They're just stock S13 lowers. I cleaned them up with the wire wheel best I could. I'm gonna do ball joints, waiting for those to come in the mail. And then I'm just gonna remove these and use the ones that are in the car right now. As for the PBM drop knuckles, I need to replace the lower shock mount because the mounting points or mounting, geometry is different. So I'm gonna wait for a reply from PBM on that and see if they can get those out to me. I'm still waiting on my welding kits. I decided that I'm going to do the full reinforcement plate welding kit for the lower subframe or the rear subframe while it's out of the car. Just makes sense to do it now instead of, regretting it later. But this is where we're at so far. Gonna be waiting for those to come in the mail, and then we'll continue working here. I started disassembling this rear subframe. Gonna take the exhaust off, took the drive shaft off, and take the diff out, and then take that side off, disconnect the e-brake, and then hopefully just drop the whole subframe as one unit minus the axles diff. Guys, so it's been a couple days. I don't know if you could tell or not, but we have a little upgrade here at the channel. I actually ended up getting a DJI microphone so that the audio will be a little bit better. Thanks to my friend Damien for buying the mic for me as a gift. I really appreciate it. So as you can see here, I took out the rear subframe. Off camera, I disassembled it since you already saw me do the disassembly of the other one. Got some parts here, but more importantly, we got the GK Tech weld-in plate kit for the subframe that we're building. So I'm going to go ahead and get this out. I already primed the subframe, so I am going to have to sand down the points where I want to weld. No big deal. We've got the installation manual here. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and clean up the areas where the brackets, the weld-in brackets are going to go. GK Tech sends you a little diagram and instructions. So we have all the brackets here. You get one rear plate for the diff, and then everything else will be doubles so that you can put it in. Just gotta see which way it goes. to weld this back plate, you want to through bolt it so you can make sure it's nice and tight. Was a pain in the ass. My welder, for some reason, I don't know, I can't dial in the settings. It always looks like the bead is sitting on top instead of penetrating. So it is what it is. It's reinforced. Gonna clean it up a little bit and then I'll prime it and paint it. Alright, went ahead and primed up this subframe here. I'm going to let it dry and then I'll sand it quickly with Scotch-Brite. Nothing too crazy, just to scuff it up to get some adhesion for the paint. And then I bought some Tropical Glitz paint that I'm going to paint this with. Just for the primer, I laid it down, but when I go to do the real paint, I'm actually just going to get a piece of metal rod or something and hang it so that I can do all of the subframe at the same time instead of having to flip it over and worry about scratching the fresh paint that is on there. Alright, we got the other arms all cleaned up, primed up. I am in my makeshift paint booth here. Gonna scuff this one, then shoot the color. Alright guys, I redid these arms because they came out terrible, and that blue color that I started off with was absolutely atrocious. Saved you guys all the time of me doing it all over again. So I just went with black, or like a charcoal grayish color. Yeah, came out pretty decent. I've decided that I'm actually just going to clean up the diff while I have it out of the car. Doesn't make sense to put all this time and effort into the subframe and all the arms and everything and then have an ugly, greasy, nasty diff. So here goes nothing. Alright, so I got some stuff still drying with paint. I cleaned up that diff a little bit. I'm probably going to paint it. I just need to grab more paint. But right now I'm going to try to get the subframe in. I'm waiting for the mounts here. Skylines are a little different than S13, so I'm just waiting for those mounts to dry. But I'm going to get it in roughed up, get the back mounts on, and yeah.
잊고 살았던 게 너무 많은데 나를 포함한 모든 것들 우리 다시 돌아갈까 우리 돌아보지 말자 너는 많이 돌아왔나 우리 돌아오지 말자.
Alright guys, so I got that subframe in. Like I said, I'm still waiting for the mounts to dry here. Skyline has like this bracket that comes over here. I'm just going to use that. It actually makes for a good point for the lift to sit on. Gives you a little bit more weight distribution. Other than that, yeah, not so bad. Did chip the paint here. Probably my prep work. It is what it is. I know it's not gonna look pretty forever, but if it looks pretty for a little bit, it makes me happy, you know? I'm not going too crazy. Just figured if it was out of the car and I was welding on it and doing all this stuff to it, that I could refresh it and make it look nice and get all the oil and grease off of it. Yeah. Got the brackets. So they're gonna go like this in these two holes and then right there. So you'll see this is the bottom. So you flip it and then you line it up. The arrow will tell you which way it goes. Put it right in there.
꿈만 속에 꿈이 아니겠지 꿈이었어도 나 헤어나지 못했어 I don't wanna wake up just wanna back up 우리가 함께했던 것을 난 너무 슬퍼 눈을 가렸어 아무것도 보지 못하게 넌 아마 내가 아는 미워둔 기억 속에서 나를 찾고 있겠지 더 많은 것이 변화우를 갈라졌다고 난 변하지 않았어 You know what have I done to you all of my life But before I said that you were far away This song
Guys, so this is what we're gonna be working with here. Looks all right in my opinion. So we got the PBM knuckles, we have the PBM toe arms, some adjustable camber arms, and then I decided actually not to use the adjustable tension arms because after reading online about alignments and the suspension geometry, everybody uses the stock length anyways, so I didn't see the point in putting an adjustable arm on there when these ones do the exact same thing, and they, for a fact, are gonna be exactly the same. Basically what that would do is adjust the travel of your suspension, and I don't wanna do that. I just wanna be able to play. All right, I went ahead and got this side all done. Now next we just have to do the alignment. I just have everything finger tight right now until I get a chance to be able to measure and figure out exactly what I want. Next, I'll put the calipers back on, the brakes back on. I mean, calipers and rotors. Waiting for the diff to dry. I just painted that up. I don't know. I just did black so that it would look good. cleaned up the top of it a little bit. But yeah, this is what we got. Gotta put the drive shaft, exhaust, everything back on. But I think it's definitely a lot better looking now than what it was before. Yeah. And I have tons of adjustability. Like I said, the arms will prevent toe out when squatting. I'm gonna change the coilovers eventually, not today. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put the diff in and then circle back and tighten everything down. I'm not gonna do the alignment yet. Maybe I'll mess with camber and toe a little bit just to get them kind of dialed or drivable. But I want to tighten everything down, like this little plate right here, you know, get all the bolts tightened, torque everything, and get it good to go. Get the axles back in, brakes done. I gotta change the brake pads on these because when I took them off, they just disintegrated. But I got new pads, so we'll put that on. I have other Z32 rotors that I'm gonna be putting on here. I just have to plumb the hydro. Yeah, so let's get into it. All right, guys, and that's a wrap for the rear end. I do apologize, my camera died, but we ended up getting the brake calipers and rotors on. We put the axles in. We went around and torqued everything. We did a paint marker on everything. As you can see, paint marked here, here, all the important suspension arms. I did not adjust any of the adjustable arms. I could do that in the car, but I'd rather bring it to my buddy's alignment rack. One L of the day, this bolt right here was not getting tight, or I thought it wasn't getting tight, and then I ended up righty-loosey in it. And you can see there's supposed to be two. Probably not a good thing if that's supposed to be important hardware, but as you can see, paint marked everything. Got the rotors and calipers mounted on both sides. Axles in, diff is in, drive shaft, exhaust is back on. Yeah, this is what it looks like. Not too bad if I say so myself. Definitely not the best in the world, but I did what I did with my knowledge and to the best of my ability, and that's what matters. Oh yeah, I have to put the sway bar back on, but other than that, that's about it. Everything's torqued, everything's good to go. Drive shaft, got some new hardware on there that's not gonna shear or stretch, which is good. Yeah. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the refresh of this rear subframe that I did here on the EcoBoost Swap Skyline. In the next video, you can look forward to me taking this thing on the street for the first time after we wrap up a few more things. We're just gonna put some body panels back on it, get the rear bumper on it, side skirts, and dial in some of the suspension up front, nut and bolt check everything, make sure we're good to go. I gotta do the battery tie down in the trunk, just bolt it down. Other than that, we'll be good to take it on the road for its first true drive on the street and see how it does. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content. Thanks for watching.